and welcome back to my shelf. So yesterday I did a March wrap up which featured the book in question, which is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. So today I'm going to be doing a review all about this book due to the movie coming out very soon. Ready Player One was released on March 30th, which is the day that I'm filming this, which is really freaking cool. I was going to do a movie to book review, but then I decided not to. I'm sick and tired of watching movies to analyse them like I do in film every week, so I just wanted to watch a movie to enjoy the movie. Don't hate me. I don't have any shirts that make like really big video game 80s references, so I wore my Star Wars shirt and it says physically I'm here but mentally I'm in a galaxy far away, which is really relevant to the book. Anyway, the book Ready Player One by Ernest Cline is all about a guy called Wade. So Wade's name in the Oasis is Parzival, and I don't actually know what that's from, but it's probably like a reference from somewhere, because Ready Player One is absolutely packed with references to video games, to 80s culture, just to nerd related things. And I feel like if you aren't a nerd, you're still going to get some enjoyment out of that, just probably not as much as people who will get the references. We have Wade, who is in the Oasis. He spends all of his time in the Oasis. He even goes to school in the video game, which literally blows my mind because I want to do that. Wade is living with his auntie in a caravan. He lives in like a little mobile home outside of his auntie's house, which is just set up for gaming goodness, which is what I like to say. He's a loner, he plays video games, a lot of representation for young males in this book, which may be true, maybe not true, it's up for the debate. And he's just doing his business on Oasis, when the founder of Oasis, Holiday, or Halliday, whatever you want to pronounce it, dies. He's dead. So because Halliday, the founder of Oasis, has died, he has left little Easter eggs in the Oasis for players and people to find, and if they find it, there is a grand prize. The grand prize of finding his Easter eggs is the overall ownership of the Oasis and a lot of money. Now I can't remember the exact amount, but I know it's a lot of money, and I know that Wade is really poor, so he tries to find it. But I kind of feel like Wade is trying to just prove himself as a gamer, because he's gamed all of his life, he's practiced, he wants to prove himself not only to the Oasis and the rest of the people that play, but to Halliday in his death and, you know, speaking for him kind of thing. I went into this book not knowing much about it, if I'm going to be completely honest. I went into this book thinking that it was going to be really nerdy, really boyish book, that I didn't really know a lot about gaming or 80s culture. Boy, was I wrong. A, I figured out reading this book that I'm a massive nerd. B, I know a lot about video gaming and 80s culture. And C, I have the best boyfriend in the world because he has taught me so much over our 1 year span of being together that I know a lot about gaming now. As I said in my wrap up, one of the reasons why I enjoy this book so much is because there is a Blade Runner reference, and I'm currently studying Blade Runner in film. Not currently, we've moved on a lot from that, but I'm going to be examined on it, and I know quite a lot about the Blade Runner story and the way it is shot by Ridley Scott. That rhymed kind of. But there's a whole section about Blade Runner, and it's to do with one of the Easter eggs, and I was just flailing my little nerd legs, crying of joy because I loved that section. It was probably my favourite bit. Ernest Cline clearly researched a lot, or he knows his stuff really well. It was just really well done, and I can just clap so hard to it. I'm really excited for the movie. Like, I need to see it now. I'm seeing it. When you watch this, I'm seeing it tomorrow. Yes, I like that idea a lot. As I said earlier, if you aren't a video gaming nerd, like, you know, if you're not a nerd, then you probably will still enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but going in with the right cultural capital really helped me, and I'm sure a lot of other people really enjoy this book. I've seen a lot of people not like it because they don't get it, they don't really understand it, and I think that if they'd have known that there were a lot of references to like 80s culture and video gaming in it, they might have not been so disappointed or gone into it more open-minded. I mean, you can tell with their title, Ready Player One. Maybe they didn't know what type of video game references. Maybe they were expecting like Overwatch or more contemporary games. But this goes old school, like Pac-Man and like all that stuff. And it's amazing. It's perfect. It's perfectly done, perfectly written. It's just amazing. Ernest Cline has a way of describing the Oasis in a way that you're just so invested and you see yourself. I actually was trying to like picture what my character would look like in the Oasis, and I feel like that would be a really good campaign for the movie, and like just the book in general, where you can go online and you can like pick what character and your name and stuff in the Oasis. I think that would be so clever, which kind of brings me to a point of the representation of nerds in this book. Nerds. I think this book really has a pro-nerd representation, and I feel like it's also not so pro-nerd, because obviously Wade is represented as, you know, overweight, a loner, never had a girlfriend, blah blah blah. And then he kind of has this massive journey and epiphany. I feel like everyone can relate to that, not just nerds. So at the beginning of the book, he starts off as this loner, and then by the end of it, he has loads of friends and loads of popularity and some self-confidence, and it's just amazing to see him grow. One of the things I am going to say about this, though, is more regarding the movie rather than the book. In the book, Wade is represented as overweight. And in the trailer for Ready Player One, he's really like, not skinny, he's not really small, but he isn't overweight. And I know that Hollywood wouldn't have wanted that for a character in the movie, but it's a book. Like, I have heard from some people that it strays away from the book quite a lot, but I don't want it to. Please don't. I'm going to be watching, and I'll let you know on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, @_shakatak. So there was my little review on Ready Player One. I'm sorry if it isn't that long, or it's not as conclusive as you would like it to be. If you liked it though, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe. The button is just down below. I also have a main channel which I post on every Mondays for weekly vlogs, and Wednesdays for just sit down content like this one. So go ahead and check me out over there as well. I'm almost at 1k, and when we reach 1k, I'm going to be slimed. Thank you so much for watching my Ready Player One review. I really hope you like it. Please buy the book before you go and see the movie. Even if you don't read it before you go and see the movie, just buy it. Support the author before the director. I'm sorry, I just really want to hype that message up. This review might have been a bit biased, but I literally don't have anything else bad to say about it, apart from the representation of nerds at the beginning. But, you know, 5 stars. Decent book, really good if you like video games. Please go see the movie. It was out yesterday on March 30th, but I think some people got a preview screening on the 29th. So go and see it. It's now out in the UK, and I will be joining you tomorrow. So make sure you go on over to my Twitter to make sure you know what I think about it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week for another video. Bye!
I wanna watch them fly and fly and see them soar up into the unknown. But I feel just like a nerd, watching birds, watching me here.